What is going on today, everybody? We are back with another episode in Hydroneer. Now, we're starting over fresh. They just did a new update to the game, and they put in a lot of new features. They also fixed a bunch of stuff. I'm going to go through a couple features with you guys here quick before we even get to doing too much. So, some of the new things they did was add a crafting system. Now, the crafting system includes like workbench and the blueprints for stuff. Um, I'm not sure how any of the stuff works yet. I haven't been keeping up with any of the videos that the developer puts out on YouTube or anything like that. But I have been looking through some of the patch notes and uh, just kind of checking to see when the game would be updated. Now, I wanted to get back into the game uh, for our last playthrough, but I had I had just so many issues with the mods not working right and causing issues with the game that I just decided, we'd just go ahead and wait for an update, try to get a little optimization to the game, see what new features they added, all sorts of goodies like that. So another thing that they added to the game is a mining machine that's supposed to go in like tandem um, with the what do you call it, the Goliath drill. So the machine is called the David for short, and basically what it does is it generates dirt for the Goliath drill, so you don't have to constantly be shoveling into it. So that's a huge step up into the game. That should come in really handy. It might also eliminate the need uh, for the part of the Eternal combo pack in the mods that basically made it so the what do you call it? So the Goliath never really used the dirt. It would mine, but it wouldn't dig. So it basically was how the game used to be before, where when you'd mine with the Goliath on bedrock, it would just keep mining because there's no dirt to mine. So anyway, while we're grabbing some dirt here, we'll also look at a couple other changes. Now, one is when you pick up an item, you'll notice that the item kind of like flows towards you. So if you notice from a little bit of a distance, it like sucks up to you. It doesn't just like magically pop up into your hand or anything like that. It kind of just flows to you more naturally, almost like magnetics. So as you see, it just kind of like scoops up to you in the right direction. So that's another pretty neat change. Some other things he added the the left and right conveyors. Now that's gonna be a pretty big change because whoops, that didn't go in there quite all the way. But that's gonna be another pretty big change because when you have a setup with conveyors and you wanted to angle it before, you basically, what I used to do is I'd make it go up one and drop right onto the next conveyor going a different direction. So that should be pretty interesting to check out. I can't wait to see how that ends up working out. But I guess as you guys can see, we're still basically getting the same normal stuff. You got uncut gems and you got the gold right now. There is iron. There's also a new material in the game. Um, and but the thing with the new ore, rather, if you want to call it, is it's not, how do I say it? It's got a really rare harvest chance, and it's called, if I'm saying it right, Cloudium. But it's got like basically a 1% chance for you to find it while you're mining. So it's not a very common item, and I'm not sure exactly what, for instance, it's gonna sell for, I guess is what I want to say. Um, but yeah, that should be interesting to see once we get into mining more, if we can actually harvest a bunch of that. See how it goes. This time it looks like we only got one chunk of iron there, so that's all right though. That's right. The first bit of the mining is always going to be more of a slower process, and basically what I'm trying to work on now is, as you can see, I'm trying to tunnel in from the side here and get down as quick as possible. Now again, the first bit is a little bit slower I mean, it takes a little bit of time to get all the way dug out to the bottom, and then you get onto some pretty decent sized chunks, and that's where you start making your money. So we're just gonna keep going with this a little bit while we go through a few changes. Now that was actually a pretty good brush there. We got 2 chunks of iron and 1 small chunk of gold, so that wasn't too bad at all. What I plan on doing to start out with is I plan on basically making enough to get one of them water pipes and a shut-off valve and maybe 1 or 2 pieces of straight pipe to come out. We might end up needing like an elbow or something to make it sit up higher. We already got a gem. Is that the new? That it is. This is the new ore. So this is cloudium. You can also smelt it down, basically make it into a bar like with everything else. But as you can see, it's got a slightly different color. It basically looks more dirt color compared to the gold. As you can see, it is a bit darker, more brown or bronze type color. So it's supposed to be a pretty rare ore, but I can't wait to see you getting bigger chunks of it and seeing exactly what it ends up selling for. But yeah, that's pretty cool. We already got a new chunk of that, and like I said, we already got ourselves a nice little shard here. So I know it is just a baby shard, but hell, every baby shard counts in this game, especially early on. So we will not dismiss that little shard whatsoever. So let's keep going here. We'll go through a few more changes and stuff, or additions rather, and keep going. Oof, not a big fan of that noise. But anyway, he also added magnifying glass to display durability of items. When you place down conveyors, another big change is the fact that you get an arrow that shows which direction the conveyor is going to go. So it's not just, well, if you knew before how the conveyors went based on where the shutoff valve was, you'd be able to tell, but otherwise is basically place it down if it's the wrong direction, flip it kind of thing. So now it actually comes with directional arrows to show you which way it's going. So that's going to make everything a lot easier. The smelter is now combined. So it's a furnace, mold, and crucible combination. It looks really neat. I can't wait to try that out as well. That looks like that should be pretty good. But the last change I'll go through with you guys is the changes to the hydro truck. He made an MK2 edition, which basically has different colors and stuff like that. So it's not really a change to the truck. It's just more of a cosmetic thing. But there's also a ton of other stuff, you know, changes to the Bridgeport Harbor, repair shop, conveyor store, you know, stuff like that. He changed around a whole bunch of stuff. So it should be really, really interesting to see how everything looks as we go. But if you guys are looking for a full list of the changes, I can post that in the Discord channel. So you guys, so you guys can go ahead and check that out if you guys want. But anyway, let's get back to this. And like I said, we're going to try to make a little bit of money. I'm not sure exactly how much we're going to need. Probably just a few $100s, I think, is all it costs to get everything up and running for this. So it's not going to take too long. Just gotta go through the process of this, and then we can get ourselves the new setup. So it looks like we've not gotten any more of the cloudium, but we have gotten a couple gems. Most of it has been iron so far. So, but again, that's okay. We're not expecting to get anything spectacular right now. Just on a mission to get to bottom ground is all, pretty much. So another thing we could do is, instead of just dumping that in like that, what I normally tend to do is I just tend to fill up the bucket and just drop chunks out on the ground. And then as we go, we could just go ahead and pick them up, drop them right into the pan, give them a quick rub down with the brush, and go from there. Now, we can't make big chunks and wash them in the bucket. You have to use the smaller chunks like this. So for now, we'll be doing that. But later on, like as far as like convenience and stuff like that, making the bigger chunks and then taking the pickaxe to them and busting them up when you need them, works out pretty good, I'd say. So anyway, as you guys can see, we are getting down there. So it doesn't take too long to get down to basically the better materials, better quality as far as like size, and basically the bigger means it's worth more. Or where'd my shovel go? Oh, my shovel took off in the hole. It's like, thought for a minute there I actually lost my shovel already, which would have sucked. That's one thing that he's supposed to have changed. The fact that, you know, um, before the patch, you'd be able to basically drop something, and if it had like some kind of weird collision on the way down, it'd basically just fall through the ground and be gone forever. So hopefully that is now completely changed and completely fixed, because don't want to be going through shovels like I was last time around, because I know I went through just a ton of freaking shovels. So anyway, now that we got a few blocks out like I was talking about, just go ahead and drop this in the water, give it a scrub, grab a new block, and repeat. So this makes it a little bit quicker instead of having to walk back and forth to go ahead and grab, grab the shovel, pick it up, grab the bucket, fill it with dirt. This just makes it a little bit simpler, and you get quite a little bit of a range as far as what you can actually pick up with your character. So, we could stand quite a ways off and reach over and grab that block. It works pretty darn good, if I say so myself, doing it this way. Now, like I said, what I really want to do is I want to get the intake pipe, put it in here, and basically have it set up so I can just stick the bucket under the pipe and turn on the valve as we need water and shut it back off. And that's going to make everything a lot quicker, because then we can just get a whole bunch of blocks set up and basically just swing and drop into it and turn on the valve, grab the brush, give it a scrub, and repeat. And it's going to make it a lot easier. So instead of just having to drop the pan in the water all the time, it's going to go a lot better. But anyway, as you guys can see, we got 3 shards already, so that's fantastic. Only 1 piece of that cloudium, but I still think that's pretty cool that we already got a piece of cloudium. So I'm pretty pleased with that. What I might end up doing with that is I will excuse me, if I could talk, but anyway, what I might do is we might take it up there with us just to see how much it's actually worth, and we'll probably end up just holding on to it, because I want to kind of save that stuff aside if it is going to be that rare. I realize obviously it's just a little chunk, but I'd like to save it aside for now and see what it's worth and just hold on to it. So anyway, let's take this up top, see what we can get for some money, and see what we can buy. So this is the normal shop, or rather the beginner shop, I guess is what I'll call it. If you guys have watched or played the game before, you guys will know that there's that shop over and around the bend, and that's got a ton more stuff. So anyway, let's check out what this piece would sell for versus like the gold, for instance. So that sells for 22. And this is a very rough comparison. It's not based on weight or anything, so it's almost double. Alright. Now what's a piece of the iron? 7. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I think I'm just going to hold on to it. Obviously, we're going to keep our shards. This guy doesn't buy the shards, so you guys will see. Go ahead and click that. And we still keep our shards in there. And like I said, we're going to keep our little piece of cloudium for now and call it good enough. So hopefully this is enough to get us the intake pipe and a couple other things that we need for getting started. So we're going to take this back and see what we can find in the shop, see how much everything is, because to be honest, it's been quite a while since I played, so I have no idea, absolutely no idea what anything costs. And he might have changed prices, but I don't think he did. I think that would have been included in the patch notes, so I don't think he changed the prices of anything. So I guess we'll find out though. I'm gonna go drop this off in the little pay pot here, just like so. And what do you cost? Oh, this thing's very cheap. All right, so that's fantastic. We can go ahead and get that right away. And let's actually grab it and see how it sits in the water as far as how high out we can get it to come for mining purposes. So just like that. Now if we put a couple pipes on it, I know it sounds annoying right now, but if we put a couple pipes onto it, we might be able to get that to do the trick for us. Can we move it over here? And yeah, let's try that out. We're gonna put a valve on it next and get it to well, we don't need that's a nice new sound. I like that. Better than the normal ka-chunk that you'd always get. So yeah, interesting. We're gonna put the valve on the end though, so we can reach it pretty easily here. So next up, we're just gonna pop this on there, give that a turn, just like that, and we'll see basically if it's gonna work out the way I think it should. It should be high enough up where we shouldn't need to put any elbows onto it, but I guess we'll find out. So just drop this one off, and then we're gonna grab the other piece quick. And other thing I wanted to look at is how much an improved shovel costs, because we only have 86 left. And ooh, beautiful. I think we're gonna get that because that'll save us a lot of time as far as digging goes. The improved shovel versus, I don't know, I'm gonna call it the basic one. I'm not sure if that's what it's actually called, but I'm gonna call it the basic shovel, because the basic shovel basically, is it basic shovel? Yeah, it is. It takes 4 scoops to fill the bucket, whereas the improved shovel takes 2. So we're just gonna go ahead and drop that off to the side. Let's run on over here. Well, as much as running goes. I don't think there's a sprint button in the game yet, but maybe soon. So $8 left. Is that enough to buy us another pan? No, it's not. Okay. We got to make a couple bucks more before we can buy another pan. Now, one thing I do want to point out is, you notice that there's this sound coming from the intake pipe there. Now, what you can do to get that to go away is you can just return to the menu and save. And when you jump back in, the noise is no longer there. So it works out pretty easy. It's not a hard thing to fix per se, but anyway, see if that, I don't think that's, oh, that actually is. Wow, I'm shocked, to be honest. I thought that was going to be just a little bit off, but hey, that's going to work fantastic. So anyway, go ahead, and now it takes 2 scoops to fill it up. So beautiful. And again, we could just go ahead and dump blocks out on the ground. It's not going to be anything special at the moment. We don't currently have a bed. We actually probably should have bought one, because it's probably going to get dark here in a minute, and I'm going to regret not having a bed. But the one nice thing is you do have a little lantern here. You can go ahead and forgot how you turn these damn things on. Which button is it? Honestly, I don't even remember what button it is. To be honest, let's actually take a look at my binds here. And what's it say? Oh, there we go. You got to pick it up first to turn it on. That's right. I was gonna say, I know it works, but I just couldn't remember how exactly to turn it on. It's been, like I said, it's been forever, so you guys are gonna have to excuse me on some stuff. It's been so long, I just forget how everything works on here. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and run through a few more blocks like this. I'm not gonna make you guys sit through the dark with me, because obviously it's gonna be probably pretty dark, and unfortunately the day-night cycle is a huge pain in the ass on here, if I do say so myself. Hopefully there will be a good, or a rather a better solution to the day-night cycle soon. Now, I don't know if that's in the works or not, again, because I don't really keep up with too much of the dev blog or anything like that. But hopefully there's going to be a better solution for that soon, and then that way we won't have to worry about it too much, because honestly, the days don't last nearly long enough. I think it's like it was about 15 minutes and it starts to get dark already. So, that's just honestly not long enough, because that becomes more of a burden to have to keep resetting the day every time. But anyway, like I said, it is getting a little dark. It's not horrible yet. Another thing you'll notice is that when you got your cursor on something else, you're not able to dump out this or drop it, and that's because he changed that for the collision factor. So hopefully that prevents a little bit more stuff. And like if you got it on here, you're able to drop the bucket, but you wouldn't be able to pour it out. So I'm not sure exactly, because again, I'm not too great when it comes to that sort of stuff, but I'm not sure exactly how that changes stuff, to be honest. But I guess hopefully it will help with some of the collision stuff and the flying objects. Now, one thing I do really hope is that the truck is completely fixed. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get our lantern up here now so we can run these blocks. And we're just going to place it up here. That should give it... Sit up there. There we go. That should give us plenty of lighting as far as this goes. So I'm going to go ahead and get this knocked out. See if we can get some more goodies. And that's our piece of cloudium right there. For a minute there, I actually thought we had another piece. I got excited for a minute. That's gold. No, it's a little bit difficult to see. I'll pause the video for a minute here, and you'll have to excuse the water drop sounds. That's one thing I wish you could actually turn off. I'm not sure if that's actually a thing yet, but if you could turn off the water droplet sounds, that'd be fantastic, because then we'd just be able to leave that valve on and not have to worry about the sounds of water. So that'd be awesome. Now it's not going in. There it is. A little bit funky sometimes. A little bit. So yeah, so far so good. I was gonna say, come on now. And a couple more to go. Come on, get in there. There we go. I'm gonna have to adjust that so it gets a little further in there. Makes it a little bit easier to get in the bucket. Thank you. Makes it a little bit easier. Oh, we got some stuff that's going everywhere too, so let's actually fix that up real quick. Just dip that in the water and get this brushed out so we can throw these pieces back in there. They're trying to... Did that just bounce away? I think that just bounced away if I'm not seeing stuff, but that it? Yeah, it did. It bounced away the hell over there. That was pretty interesting. But anyway, yeah, we just go ahead and sneak our way up in here.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Interesting sound.
Huh?
So, I'm not sure that I like that. Get it up in there. There we go. So if you guys are wondering how you place something like that, you just pick it up normally, and then you hold your interaction key. Mine is E, and then when you got it in the spot you want it, you just go ahead and let go. So now, as you guys can see, it's a lot further up in there, and that should help us out.
Huh?
Eat me, stupid thing. That's gonna be a pain. Hopefully it works better out here. Don't give me the That is kind of a goofy ass sound though. But anyway, as you guys can see, we did pretty good so far. I mean, we got, looks like a few gems in there. I don't think we got any more shards. and we definitely didn't get any more cloudium, so we only have our one piece in there, but it looks good so far. So I think what we'll do is it still getting darker, or is it actually getting lighter? Because if that's the night cycle now, that's not bad. I think it's still getting darker, but I'm not sure. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take this stuff up and sell it. And again, I'm just going to hold on to that piece right here, which we're just going to set over by the map for safekeepings. And this way we get ourselves a little bit more cash. We can buy ourselves another pan, and that way the stuff like that that we're going to keep just set off to the side in a separate pan. Not have to worry about accidentally selling it, because now I realize we're going to find a bunch of it later on, so it's not that big of a deal. But for right now, I'd like to just hold on to it, and, you know, because who knows? With it being a 1% chance, that could actually be your only piece you ever find. So, you never know. Because it is a random chance, and it's not guaranteed to be, say, like every hundredth dig you do, you get it. Being it's random like that, you might never find another one, or you could find them every dig. So it's just hard to say. And again, I'd just rather hold on to it for the moment. And now we got 155, so we're not going to be able to buy a ton. What I'd really like to do is get some lights up as soon as possible for the nights. Because I'll probably be, when I work on stuff, if it's dark, I don't care for it, but I will still work through the dark just because, I don't know. As long as I got a little bit of lighting, it works good enough, I think. But anyway, I think that's all we're gonna buy, is just that for now. I don't think we can actually buy enough of this stuff to really do anything with at the moment. It's yeah, because that's $146 for that. And then you add that, that's 226. Plus, is that the blacksmith hammer? Yeah, it's just too much right now. We don't have nearly enough for that. So just get in the bucket for now. We'll make ourselves some more money off camera for the next episode. Hopefully we'll be down a little bit deeper too. And that way we can start getting some bigger pieces, and that'd be fantastic. It would if we got some nice big pieces, maybe a couple more shards. Some more big cloudium would be awesome. But anyway, so far, what we got for keeps is 1 piece cloudium and 3 baby shards. So that's going to do it for this episode. It's just going to be a little short episode. I'm not going to make you guys sit with me through the dark. And I'm just going to keep mining a little bit off camera for the next video. And next video, I think we're going to try to get ourselves like the blacksmith stuff set up. Hopefully we can get at least 1 furnace, 1 crucible, the anvil, blacksmith hammer, all that good stuff. Get it all set up on a nice foundation over here off to the side, and hopefully start smelting, or maybe even smelt our first block. Because again, I'm going to keep working on this, so I'm going to try to get down as deep as possible. Not sure how far down I'm going to be able to get, but hopefully I'll get down, at least halfway to the bottom. One thing I do want to mention though is I might end up running to the bigger city to get a piece of ladder for getting in and out of the hole, because as you can see, the grade is a bit steep getting in and out. So I might end up doing that, or that might be something we just go check out quick in the next video, see how the new place looks, and maybe buy just a chunk of ladder to take the truck over there, see how the truck handles, make sure it doesn't go like catapulting off into the clouds again and stuff like that. So anyway, like I said, that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the new update if you guys are playing. And yeah, we got a lot of stuff to get into with this new update. So, I'm going to be doing a lot of digging off camera, trying to make some money, get us moving forward so we can start checking out all the great features. I'm not sure if I'm going to ever put up more than 1 video a day though. probably will just be a 1-a-day thing, but we'll have to see. If we're getting close to something, I might work on a 2-a-day once in a while, just for getting some of the extra new update out and seeing what's in it. So anyway, that'll do it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here, and we'll catch you guys back for the next video.